everyone, it's Shadowrun 21 here, and this is the Wolves of Blackgate's Flawless Raider run. And as you can see, we are at the tunnel part of the Crota's End raid on normal. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record the beginning half of this, only the last 15 minutes through the PlayStation Share Factory. So at this time, like I said, we're at the tunnel, and I'll explain the beginning. What we did in the very beginning of the raid, as far as once you first drop down the pit, we had 5 members stay at the landing spot, and we had one person go run to the second lamp, get on the rock, jump up on the very top, run to the end by themselves, hit the button, and then kill the ogre alone, and then run towards the light once the bridge formed. So that's how we cheesed the beginning. On the second part, when you have to get 6 people across the bridge, we did that legit, one person at a time, all stacked to the right, killed both ogres, and then we got to this point. Now you can see at this spot, we decided to go ahead and kill the first Shrieker when the purple floating stuff was coming towards us. We ran outside the door. The second time, much of the same thing, except our guest player, SB Killer, went ahead and dropped a bubble there, got some shield, he dodged the purple stuff, and then he ran back too. So this time we're just shooting the enemies and we're waiting for the bubble to go away before we start moving forward. So the bubble disappears, and now we're all going to just do a slow walk together as a group and just unload all of our weapons on the enemies. And making sure we keep the curse thrall at a distance, and basically we're Terminators going down a hallway right now. So shoot everything, reloading, keep firing. I think I've used my super right here, yep. And then you see I get a little too eager and I almost get myself killed. Luckily the curse thrall was still a little off. So we keep firing. Mace goes ahead and jumps, makes it clear of the enemies and gets us to the next checkpoint. Sure, we could have rushed at that point, but we were going to go ahead and play it safe, and that way, we didn't want anyone to die on Flawless Raider, have to do everything all over, so we played it a little safer. So at this point, we're making a call about who's going to go to left and who's going to go right to the different towers, and then also who's going to lead the wizards out. For the left side, it was going to be myself, S-Bot Killer, and Mace. We're going to go left side, I'm going to lead the wizard out, and on the right it's going to be Vader, Kyger, and Lunar Wrath. Lunar Wrath is going to be the one to pull out the wizard. So we're just making sure everyone has their ammo. Mace goes ahead and decides to dance because he's impatient and doesn't want to wait. Kyger's dancing with him, and yeah, we're just waiting. I think Lunar needed to use a heavy synth, so we're waiting on that. During the time we're waiting, Kyger turns around, punches S-Bot in the balls, and we're still waiting. Everyone's rolls are being let out, and I think we're good to go, and we go. You see I'm using the shoulder charge perk like a noob. Jump past those knights, still jumping, make sure you don't get hit in the back. Come up here, I dodge that knight with the grenade launcher thing he's got, and I just do one run. I never stop moving just to lead the wizard out. As I come out, S-Bot Killer and Mace, they're already shooting at the wizard off on the right side. I jump up, start going at the knights. Since this is on normal mode, we know that we can bring the enemies down easier, and so we go ahead and take advantage of that and try to weaken the enemies and all, especially on this side of the map since this is where they like to conjugate. I go ahead and make a run for the Shrieker. S-Bot calls out behind me that there are swords chasing me, so I make sure I move up and I never stop moving. One Gallahorn's enough to take out Shrieker on normal, so I go ahead and hop. They're switching sides, and I'm following them. I go ahead and look back to make sure I got the Shrieker. Yep, I see the purple floating stuff. Jump up in the tower. Looks like the purple stuff's on this side, so both Shriekers are down. At this point, we're all stacked on this side of the map to get away from the opposite side, which a lot of enemies like to group up on that side for whatever reason. So now we're going ahead and we're going to thin the herd, so to speak, and just keep the enemy number down. Even though they keep spawning, we're just going to keep trimming the enemies down to make it easier for when we do decide to go in, kill the wizard. I'm just go ahead and checking our back. Lunar's doing the same thing. S-Bot Killer is up on the little coffin inside there using his sniper to go ahead and see if he can get some hits on the knights and maybe a few shots at the wizard while we wait. We're making sure to watch this left door to our left, right inside the entranceway, because Cursed Thrall and Thrall like to pop out of there. As you see, there's a couple Thrall right there. And, you know, again, checking our back. You can see the enemies going up the steps on the other side. I'm not worried about them right now. And we're just waiting for Death Singer to go ahead and start her song. And keeping this entryway clear. Vader and Mace both say that they're going to hang back and cover us for when we move up. So I go ahead and move up a little bit and go ahead and start taking some shots at the wizard and other enemies since we have time. On normal mode, there's a much bigger time window as far as before she starts doing her song. So we're just trying to get some easy hits in early. Alright, so now that she's doing her Liturgy of Ruin, the song or whatever, we're moving up, doing damage, push that knight back, and there she is. And get her down, and she drops. As soon as she drops, we all make a run for it, just to get out of this closed space. Some of us are covering others while the rest are moving as far back as the tower. And there we go. Now it's going to be basically cleanup. So if you want, you can fast forward here, but basically we're going to go ahead and kill all the enemies, clear up the space before we go ahead and start fighting Crota. We have to kill some of these to actually transition that phase. You know when you transition, when the rewards pop up for the encounter. So right now we're just killing them. Boom. There's some items. Nothing to write home about. Looks like Vader got Shroud of Flies. I'm sure he already has it. Most of our clan members already have most of the equipment in the game. Just a few people are missing Necrochasm. We did have a few people get it though. So someone called out that there was enemies coming off our backside, so that's why you see me turn around and some of the others do the same to clear that up. Alright. Grabbing some ammo. We've cleared out most of the enemies. Yeah, it looks like the outside is pretty clear. Check inside, see that sword knight, so I decided to go inside. Alright, moving in here. There we go, there's some ultras. Start firing at them. I hit them in the neck instead of the head. I got one other person here with me, it looks like. While the rest of the team is clearing the outside and pushing to the opposite side as well. As you can see, Kyger and Lunar are off to the right. I think Mace joins them. And the other three of us are moving in from this side. So we've just got this knight left. Everyone comes in behind him and we just melt this knight. And that's it. The area is clear. So we're transitioning to the next phase where we're getting ready to fight Crota. Now because Esbok Killer is he's a guest to our clan run, so even though I'm sure he's probably done hard mode Crota a million times, whenever we have a guest to our group, we always explain the entire fight or what we're going to do. So right now we're deciding who's going to do what. Right where I'm standing now, at that moment back there, we decide who's going to be distracting, which in our run is going to be Kyger. What he does is he'll stand at this spot right here, and he'll distract the knights that are off in the right tower when the fight starts. He'll pop a bubble, he'll move side to side, he'll just keep their attention and shoot at them so that when the sword runner goes up on the right side to jump up and fight Crota, the knights in that tower will be focused on him and not the sword runner. So we explain that. We put a lot of emphasis that when everyone goes to the window, we are going to go for 3 knees. And what that means is when we shoot rockets at Crota, we're going to have them go to a knee 3 times. A lot of other people only do 2, we do 3. It just makes the fight so much easier, and on hard mode, you can completely skip the ogre phase doing that. On normal, the hope is that we can kill him in just 1 sword, aka 3 knees. So, looks like everyone's getting ready. We got to make sure everyone has ammo, and yeah, we're just waiting. Again, sorry, this is a block of time. We just make sure that we explain everything when we have someone new to our group. I go ahead and switch to Defender in case I'm going to need to get health back. We don't plan on grabbing the chalice. We're going to treat this as if it was a hard mode run. And I think we're just finishing up some last minute explanations. And I'm going to go ahead and get started in a few seconds. Apologize, I still have a cold, so sorry if I'm coming in a little nasally. Alright. Yeah, it looks like everybody's about ready. I'm going to be running the sword, so you'll get to see it from sword perspective on the video. We did have one white wipe before this where we got to Death Singer and someone accidentally rocketed themselves and killed themselves. And then we came in on a second try, and right when you open up the raid, we had 2 people just fall and die. So I don't really count that as an attempt. So this is technically our second attempt coming into the raid, and we do finish it. Alright, so we're getting started. I'm making sure I have my correct stats for Crota. Since recovery doesn't matter, I dropped that for agility and armor. Agility especially, that way I can make my jumps up to him. No issues. Also, since I'm running sword, I'm much more generous with my rockets to the enemy. So I'll go ahead and shoot one that way. I'll go ahead and shoot one off to the right. Being careful not to shoot myself. And we're not going to go worried about dropping knights low or anything like that and using supers to get orbs. We're just wasting everything. Completely clearing the room. Alright. So at this point, everyone's grabbing orbs, grabbing any last minute heavy ammo they might need. We're going to stack up on this door. Again, we're not worried about the chalice. We're not doing anything like that. We're treating it just like a hard mode. Kyre's making sure he's got enough orbs to go ahead and use his bubble, since he's going to be running distraction. Alright, he's here, we're all here, and we go. And we're all going to go to this window right here. And then from there, they're going to shoot Crota, and they're also going to shoot the sword bearer. So we see sword bearer come out. We see which side he goes. Looks like he went left, so we all call out left. We fire rocket. Oh, I fire rockets that way. Again, I don't need my rockets. I'm running sword. And it also helps clear up some of the thrall and curse thrall. So I go ahead and run sword, ignore these guys. And as soon as my feet touch that rock, I'm already saying hit Crota. Sometimes when I'm just in the air. So we're running, and you see he takes a knee, and I miss my first slam. I only get 2 in right here. I didn't anticipate that on normal mode, they'll be able to bring Crota down much faster than what I'm used to on hard mode. So my timing was a little off. Second time, great. But as you'll see on this third one again, my timing's off. I get up there, I do get 2 slams in, but I mess up my super and I end up bubbling right next to the boss. So again, we usually don't run normal, so I wasn't, I just had my timing off as far as when I could get my hits in. So unfortunately I didn't get to kill him in one sword. But as you can see, here's his health bars right on the letter R. Which is probably a good thing, because if say I did make one more slam but still messed up on my super, I could have enraged him and then not been able to kill him, and we would have to start completely over. So the good thing is I got him right where a good spot. We're going to kill him in the next go, and we're just waiting now. We're waiting for him to move back to the center. Yeah, a couple times in this raid I did run around in circles a lot. I had a cold. I was on cold medicine, trying to stay awake. So we're just waiting. Take a look at his health, see where Swordbearer is. Looks like he's behind left rock. Not shooting at him, because sometimes if people shoot at him, he tends to like move to the far left or far right, so we're just leaving everything alone. So Crota's moving back where he is. We're coming back out. Kyger went inside here too when he was distracted. It's just much easier than trying to jump to the window. So here he goes to the distraction spot. Everyone's supposed to be shooting at Sword Bearer right now. There he is on the right side. Again, firing my rockets since I don't need them for Crota. I'm trying to move fast so Crota doesn't shoot me. Jump up here. Alright, hit Crota. And there's a delay with the rockets. I got real scared right here. I actually got shot a little bit. But there we go. We killed Crota. And you won't see it because it's PlayStation Network, but Flawless Raider popped up at this point. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll